Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Hambbage, and we're about to dive back into some hardcore vanilla Minecraft. Um, Everybody, stop, get a drink, go to the bathroom. Hopefully, stretch your legs, got some fresh air as well. Poked your head outside. Yeah, I did. I did look. It's still pretty damp outside, and while the clouds have kind of gone from that heavy gray to a lighter a lighter white, where you can kind of imagine the sun's up there somewhere. It's still not quite to that point. So I didn't, aside from just getting up and moving around and doing a couple just little squatty. It wasn't even full on like perfect form squats, but you just flex the legs a little bit, get everything moved. I did all that, ready to go. But honestly, we're minutes after our last episode, so not much of a disconnect on this side. What do we say? We want to do one last feeding in the morning, and we want to let's switch. This is called expert level gameplay here. We're going to switch those out for whatever adventure we go on. So what do we want to do? Do we want to push out into our continental wandering back that way? Do we want to go back down to Cave Spider Springs and push a little bit more there? Not sure, but either way, we need to sleep and feed. So let's do that, and then we'll get back after it. So the other, breaking up videos and all that one, it's much more digestible for the audience, I think. I think everybody kind of creates off their own idealized amounts of time. For me, a couple hours is kind of perfect. It's long enough to get in, have some developing content as you play, so you're not just you don't have to watch 5 episodes just to see the whatever the boat trip is that people are on, begin and end. Some of that is it can happen. It can certainly be annoying if content is too short. On the flip side, and that's not saying highlights and things like that, or even compositions and things. Some of those get pretty good. But with my hello friend, with my intent to capture thoughts and unedited play, where you don't have to be laser focused on this the whole time. You can kind of be doing your own thing, listening in. Oh, I heard something. I'm gonna pay more attention. That's one thing I don't want to forget while we're here. Sorry, this is just a little deal, but each time I go over there, it makes my mind melt a little bit. So let's deal with it now. Oak. Just one. Yeah, you guys all know what that's for now. Okay, so we'll put all that away. What did I ever do with that boat? Did I put it back in the water? No. Maybe that's the sign. Let's go back into the caves. We do need diamonds, right? That's not less of a deal. Yeah, well, sorry for all the rustling around here. I'm running into walls, trying to get my headset back adjusted. Here, we'll get there. Okay. Yeah, we do need diamonds. We've been so kind of killing it on our farm. Oh man, we got to do all these too. All right. I'm sorry, guys. They're all ready though. We got to do it. We've been doing so well on our farming stuff that we kind of
can get to that point of just not thinking that, we still need a lot of diamonds. We don't even have a full diamond outfit. Now this should be safer, right? We shouldn't have to worry about the incident of the torch a few episodes back, where all of a sudden there was sizzling behind our head. No, this should get us. Again, we trim back that hill a little bit. That's still in process. We got a ways to go. We're gonna have to bring chests over here eventually, but we're not getting sucked into all that right now. This is an adventure episode. And we got hours, we got time to go. I got nowhere I gotta be. You guys are the most important thing going on, and we're gonna celebrate this world together. So, end of the last episode, we were talking that maybe now that tower's up, we kind of change the top line. What would be the battlements or the edge hanging over that you kind of stand between and look out beyond? Getting that a little bit set up so it's not just like a straight tube stuck on its end and chopped off above the water. Sometimes I think that can get a little overdone though, and it's gonna have to be a balance for us of what we think makes it look good versus what maybe doesn't. So we'll see what we can do there. But all right, from just barely getting started type stuff to a couple rows of carrots and some change, and a row and a half of potatoes. Those are doing very well. Now all we gotta do is this, and then it's into the depths. There we go. All right, Pete's a little slower to progress. That's okay though. You guys are just perfectly good, Pete's. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So up here we've already talked about the fact that we'll want to have our wall coming up in some form of ramparts there, but that this flat side is a little unnatural. Fortunately you wouldn't have cannons coming at it, and that's why curves and things are so prominently featured in most fortification buildings. Prior to cannon, it was the catapult, and the trebuchet, some of those kind of things that would be bad for just straight flat walls. So definitely of the time. All right, what maybe a new iron sword for the spider webs. We just string as we go. And I'll just put that to the side. If we need it, we've got it. We can use it. I was gonna look at how already. So we already got full stack and change of the spider webs and 2 spare full stacks of string. So I think it's safe for us to say that we got loads of string, and we're not too worried about necessarily carrying it back. And I say all that just to kind of emphasize that if we feel the need, we can. What's up, buddy? We can consolidate or leave those in chests or whatever. But I do like to carry the iron sword just to break as many as possible as we go exploring. I certainly have I've talked about that in the past. You know, getting stuck can be an advantage if we can get enemies stuck in those spider webs. Then they can't move freely. We can just keep causing damage. But if we get stuck, the reverse can be true. You know, it's not quite as catastrophic as us. We can at least adapt our tactics to it, whereas the mobs really can't. But I've lost a world. One recent prior to beginning to record for YouTube that was directly a result of me getting stuck in the spider web and not being able to move or break it quickly enough or any of the rest. So yeah, be careful out there. Okay, so up we go. This is the intent to push our exploration of the mines, and we're going to turn this way. I don't know how far back this goes, but I don't think we've ever had empty pockets to go in this direction. Ooh, already adventure coming. The game knows. It's like, hey, how much farming do you actually want to do? Wow! Thanks for the adventure, Minecraft. You guys really really got one. One comment I might add while we're just gathering up some of this coal. In one of the previous videos, I don't remember if it was yesterday or today. Remember, allergy medication definitely played its part yesterday. But I was I used the term, and I'm sure I probably have. I may have even defined it before for people who don't know. But I talked about RNG, and you know that's abbreviated. The letters R, N, and G, not R and G. RNG, and RNG stands for random number generation. It is the computer game programmer's approximation of luck, usually, and it really builds out of the legacy of the old paper and dice Dungeons and Dragons type games. The idea that everything in an artificial world, whether it's decisions or actions, the outcomes can be attributed to chance, and with enough different number possibilities, you can kind of manage how likely or unlikely something should be, and then still keep it out of intended results, so that in the end, I never really played any Dungeons and Dragons. I think at one friend's house once I did. Oh, I made a snoot. Hang on. Uh, uh, Try it. Sorry about that. That was the pre-sneeze feel inside your nose that you're like, oh, it's coming. It's gonna hit me. It's gonna be an earth shaker, and then you fumble around, find the mute button, mute everything, and then you don't need to sneeze. So I took the chance to get a Kleenex, and hopefully that has dealt with it. Unlike TMI here, but unlike some of my very productive nose blowing earlier today and yesterday, well, it wasn't like I was over full in the nostrils. Just something. Reminder that the allergies are not done yet, or done with us yet. Although I gotta think that all this rain is my friend. It is
okay to, to see all that come down. Each hour that I look out and it's still raining, I'm like, yep, that's more pollen that's gone, not in the air anymore. Of course, I also know it's that all this fresh water is going to get instantly, just we've had a slow late spring here, so just now a lot of the trees and things are getting the little micro leaves out of the buds and things, and some of the flowering trees have just begun or haven't even yet, I think. So it's a little behind us here. I think we got some late snow, and even in the last couple of weeks we've had some snow. So those things can make plants react differently, and when they have to regroup after going, oh, it got chilly again, then yeah, they slow down on their seasonal growth progression. So it's all good. We'll get there. Now, with the question is going to become, what parts of this mine haven't we yet gotten to, and what's the most direct route to get to new stuff that we can easily find our way back and forth from? So far, I think it's kind of this. We'll see. Um, our earlier efforts have definitely made it safer. I say that, shh, don't let them hear. If they hear that we're saying that word, that S word, then well, the game will teach us. And I don't like being down in these holes in the middle of mines like this that you create. It's kind of like digging your own grave, right? There's somebody standing right behind you with as you're shoveling, like, you want to complain because your hands are all blistery, and you're like, "Man, you didn't even give me any gloves or anything." And they're kind of like, "It's not gonna matter in a minute or two. Don't worry about it. Just keep digging." Anyway, okay, so this is what we opened up. This is the last area we've really spent a lot of time in. I think this is just a hallway, and unless we find that we've got more connecting into it, we'll kind of leave the spider webs because it's not going to be a main route, right? If there's hallways that we're using a lot, those are the ones that I want to clear the spider webs. Or if we've got a choke point in newer territory and lots of zombies are coming or whatever, we'll try to clear behind us so we can move freely while they may still get a little bit slowed down and stuck. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. That was good. That was exactly what I wanted to catch that one, rather than having to break the spider web or just stand around and wait for the cobble to fall out of it. Cobble? Iron. The ore, sir, it's iron, not cobble. All right. Well, I think we've cleaned. I'm not hearing any sounds that just make me imminently go, okay, yeah, there's stuff here we're missing. So maybe down on that level is where we still have yet to get. Again, turn your back to the most likely source of trouble and pick away. Well, those are my tips for safe hardcore play. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Do as I say, not as I do. Again, sir, don't worry about the blisters on your fingers. We have a feeling that you can just imagine the mob tough, the person that's driven you out into the desert to dig this unexplained hole. It's about body shape, just off to the side of the road as he smokes cigarettes and looks at you menacingly. Oh yeah, I got a cure for blisters. Don't you worry, I got it right here. I'm only gonna share it with you once you get done though, so don't slow down. All right, well now, just in time for our adventure mode, we've hit level 40, and as I said, I have a feeling that,
in-game thresholds ratchet up. And sure enough, there's a skelly sound. However, we've been to level 40 already. This is a level we reached and then used our anvil to combine a couple of pieces of leather enchanted gear. So, we've already been there once. I don't know if any of that, is just the human reaction to a well-made game, or trying to, assert deeper order than there really is, or if there's anything to that. But I certainly have had the impression that when going through those 10 level chunk thresholds, chunk is a dangerous word to use in Minecraft, but the thresholds between the 20s and the 30s, the 30s and the 40s, so on and so forth. When you're working your way through that in your own experience and player progression, it certainly seems that that you get a little more variety in the types of mobs you encounter. Let's just fill that in too. All right, let's see what's down here. This seems like more best place to best place to combine your picks is at the threshold of wooden pillars that you can't see around. I'm doing everything right today. This again may just be a little room. You don't know until you either step through or break them. Again, kind of anticlimactic so far. This is supposed to be the adventure episode. Find some adventure. We call coal adventure. Again, remember, we kind of used through a lot of our coal too. We artificially cooked more sandstone than we really probably needed to at right that minute. So, did a bit of that. There's some iron. No, that's just cobble. Now, we had stuff. I don't think this went. Oh, did this go further than we? If we're back to cave spiders again. Look, I offered you the name as a term of endearment, but that just looks like death. I mean, seriously, that much gravel, and we don't even know what's... Let's go this way. Okay, this is a good way to go. That's got to be another spawner, right? Good grief, they were on sale. It was like buy a million, get 40 free. That's gonna do that. Now we gotta hadn't planned on quite taking that leap. Oh, there he is. All right, run. Now, did he get stuck in the gates? Yes. You remember, I talked about how we would leave some of those up because that's exactly how that can go. You can actually get clear of some of the spiders that might be chasing you just by dodging them like that. So let's maybe give ourselves a shot to dodge. Now, when I'm broken record time is that we always want to try to clear above. That's terrifying. Oh man, there they are. Did he see me? So scary. Now the easy way to kind of do this safely would be to just build a different staircase in a different area and go up. But we got this. that. Oh, I missed it. Oh no. Retreat. Anybody chasing? Yep. That's what I like to call my spider trap. In the creek. I grew up in that era when Pulp Fiction was just the it. Like everybody was enthralled with Pulp Fiction when it came out. It was so unlike most. And maybe that's unfair, you know. Maybe older people certainly were, and it was just like, oh yeah, it's just another Tarantino movie. You know, he already had a few out, and even at my age, we were aware of his movies. But when Pulp Fiction hit, it was man. I kind of wish I had the bread now. We could just keep sucking it down. How are we gonna waste all our? I mean, I'm not much closer to to really dealing with this situation than I was. Oh, now we got zombies in the mix. Hey, buddy, what's up? Oh, their little feet. The pitter patter of little spider feet. And for all the flailing around I've done, I still haven't really determined if they're back that way or if they're up over my head. I get up, I get kind of scared, and then, oh, now we got a skeleton. Lovely. Don't you go back there. So what if we do this? Oh boy. And why the butts? Everybody knows the butts. Why? We didn't bring any milk. Well, of course he's the super poisonous spider. So it, oh man. I mean, the question of where that's not to, the question of where they're coming from has been fully answered. What's your deal? They're coming from back over on that side. I just so unfortunately built up this stuff backwards. Let's go here, here. Now, damn it. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Try to filter the language a little bit, but okay. I think maybe this is sort of safe because they get stuck in between, and these guys can't come. Okay, this is maybe good. Let's go here. And I get everybody, you know, I understand seeing damn isn't that big a deal in today's day and age. I am just, you know, I'm trying to be considerate of others around that, you know, may have different thresholds. And I think that's that's relatable enough. You know, you may be in grade school, and it may be no big deal at all in your family to swear or talk about whatever. That may just be your kind of family's deal, but it may not be for others. So I do try to respect that. But there are games that I know, good. Oh, okay. Get those first. Can I do this? Okay. Now, apple. Be kind of cool if they, ooh, that was good. So now can they get back in if they drop like that? To me. I don't know that they can just climb right to here. I mean, they may be able to, but I don't know if they can, what that looks like. 6? Is this 6 of these, by the way? Anybody? We need a chat counter. Oh, he did. Why am I? Man, oh man. Okay, so not safe by any means. I don't really want to retreat. I'd kind of just like to finish this out, but that didn't work exactly as intended. Let's try to get one in there. Oh, there's one down there. I see you. Oh, wait, now you're going to go that way? Clever girl. I don't like it when you, bend around a corner and then all of a sudden they start that little scurrying sound. Kudos to Minecraft for making monsters that just through sound, through the understanding of sound, can heighten the game experience. And it's not the sounds so much themselves that just hearing little tit 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 isn't by itself terrifying, but it's the game kind of knowing, if you crouch, probably your character is getting into a point where it's a little more risky, and knowing to hit a sound file at right that moment, that's good. Good design, good experience. Oh, hey. Twofer. And I didn't have to use any arrows. Let's clear a few of these little hidey holes as we go. So many of these. I think we're good, right? Really think we've had our fill. Again, even were we to want to, I guess these are up high enough. We could sort of try to use them for some kind of spawner trap. They're pretty counterproductive. Obviously, I've seen people make farms out of cave spider spawners. You can do it, but they aren't the drop kill traps of other mobs, because spiders, being able to climb walls, don't do that. So you're pretty much just moving them by water and having to chop your way through their full health. So I've never particularly found it. At this point, I'm not trying to show anybody or anything that, oh yeah, I'm gonna do more in Minecraft than other people. Uh, not not exactly my goal or my intent. But what I would like to do is take you out. Ooh, carrot. I don't know if I can get to it. Unfortunately, we have a lot of carrots now. Um, oh, hey, oh. We put down a lot of torches there. Hey, I had my shield up. Well, that was hairy. For a second there. I was thinking, like, do I need to go all the way back and re-gear to deal more completely with spiders? The food steak is clearly one a superior food. It's my favorite food in Minecraft, just because I usually have the cows anyway. So very much a part of my game progression is getting to the point where I have an ample supply of cows and steaks. So that part doesn't doesn't really even factor in. But for the cave spiders specifically, it's almost better to just rely on. Oh, that wasn't particularly good. To just rely on bread, because you get hungrier faster, right? And it's the poison that you want to counteract, and you know they can hit you again and again with the poison. So you want to keep your hunger when you have the steak. We saw it once when I think I'd broken the spawner, eaten the golden apple just to kind of celebrate and get clear, and I still wasn't hungry after the next spider come along and bit me. So some of that can be a bit of a deal. All right, we'll just quickly kind of come back through. We've got all this that we hadn't really, we've dropped some torches from other access, but we haven't really been in any of this. So now we just run around quickly, and whether those are regular spiders or just lingering leftovers from the last spawner or another spawner, probably, we kind of need to go around and track them down, get them cleared. I mean, it's not entirely true. You can't just leave, and once they've despawned without more spawners, cave spawners won't, or cave spiders won't just pop up in the world like that. They need a spawner. So when you effectively get them all gone, then there's no more cave spiders. We don't have to deal with it. We're in happy times. Um, that's kind of cool. I don't know how they both managed to get each other. Did we have any part in that? No. And if that's another one up there, I think that's probably just a random. Oh, we can do this. Come on over. Hey, buddy. Hey. You want to stand there and not come up and get me? Hey. Oh, you got a shovel. Are you digging some dirt when the virus hit? I heard that was going around. Ooh, not good. Don't don't keep chopping down the wood to allow more access to deeper parts of the mineshaft when you're stuck and can't get out. Fix the exit first. Okay, now maybe a torch there. Always go for the high road first, in my opinion. And we're getting into new territory now, which is cool. Just want to keep pushing. Oh, there's another little... Hey, did you realize that your whole species is kind of clearing out. Still at least another one. And you can kind of begin to get that feel when you're going through and cleaning them out that they do just, whether it's directly on you or just in there kind of bouncing around after they spawn, they get stuck in all these little above your head gaps and things caused by the blocks. So it's something. Now we're pretty full up. And that's something to be aware of. Look at all of this nonsense around. Oh, there we go. That was kind of a mistake. I'm like, cave spider, get him! And okay, so this is our dirt room. So we've looked up here before, and maybe we'd even seen that spawner from the distance. I don't know if that poked through. I think we saw cave spiders up there. This doesn't bother me a whole lot, but I'd like more light if possible. I don't know if we've ever been up there either. So let's do this. Let's kind of come back out to where we started. And for one thing, going back and forth along these kind of helps reinforce the route that you need to take to get in and out of the mine. So breaking it into little chunks is a help. But I think now that we kind of secured here a little bit, let's do ourselves a favor and go ahead and throw down a workbench, and this will get us 4 chests. And that's all. I don't want to do a huge storage deal, but like I talked about back at base, we're already heavy on string. Now, I guess I should show. This is something I don't know if we've highlighted, but string can be converted into wool. So when you're drowning in string, just go ahead and pop a few into wool blocks. So we can kind of, return here, do a little bit of quick regrouping, and reset. And another good thing about having chests, you can kind of set. Right now we used up most of the wood from the pillars in the mine, just in making the chests, but we can set those and flip them out into sticks and make more torches. So we can at least lessen the amount of back and forth trips we have to do all the way back to our bed, our tower house kind of deal. So that's good. The other thing that we can kind of drop are some of these. I mean, they're here, right? And they aren't going to go anywhere. So, as long as you're not just jamming them up and long term slowing down your ability to access materials by storing them out, keeping a few things here is pretty good. And likewise, just like the wool, if we really want to get to it, if we type in our magic block, we can make blocks of coal. Why? Shift. There you go. What? Is my key... I haven't had any issues with... Wondering if... I don't know if this has... Yeah, it does have batteries. Maybe its batteries are getting low on the keyboard. I don't know. I haven't used this one too long. I think I've just talked about it in terms of... Yeah, let's do this. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking, do I want to get into all this or not? I think I've talked about keyboards and things in terms of, you don't need to get the most fancy and expensive to be able to do things like this. Just get something that works for you, that you like. So I've always just used, kind of the the brand that starts with L and ends with itek, in most of my stuff. They're kind of universally there on the shelves in a Walmart or back in it's been a long time since I've been at Best Buy or something. But some of those kind of places you can just go and get a wireless set. They're I've worked through a few along the way, but until pretty recently, I'd had a big, kind of ergo type keyboard like that with a matched mouse, and it had a little bit bigger mouse with a couple thumb side buttons and some of that kind of stuff. So I'd used that. Now, did I just use all that? No, I only used half. Okay, cool. So let's get back after it. Now we can what did I just pick up though? Is that the torch? Let's switch those anyway. So in theory, I can begin to even replace tools down here without having to go all the way back, and all that's good because obviously our sword is getting pretty trashed. Now it won't on every trip. It's really whether you encounter a spawner and you have to clear that full hallway of spider webs. We'll go up. So yeah, and I think most of that stuff is now clear, unless things change, and they may. We probably don't have a whole lot of reason to go back into there. How do we want to manage? I'll leave that coal for now. It's not bothering anybody. I don't know that we've done much back over this way because that gravel is so in the way. But let's keep going the way we had been. Let's go up. So I'm trying, well, not a tutorial. I'm trying to, help show people who may not have played the hardcore game some of the stuff that, at least in theory, helps me play. Why didn't that break that? I guess the torch has to be on the ground. Gravel and sand can fall through a torch, but can't sit in a block that has a torch on it. So if you are looking to gather sand, just well, do you get the sand? I can't remember. I can't remember if you get the sand if you put the torch down. It'll help clear it. No, he fell, I think. So he may come back around, but he's welcome to do that. And now he'll come back around right about the time that we're getting mobbed by a full. Okay, so choke point. This is. Hey. I was trying to show the benefits of a choke point and keeping them all. Ooh. Coming one at a time. Okay. Enough. Didn't expect that to be quite so effective. Are any of them still coming? Okay, you're gonna come back around from that way as a parade. Remember, keep head on the swivel, right? That's the name of the game there. Yeah, so pick your area where you want to do that battle, because there's a point. Those guys, when you get a couple that have the tougher armor and they can push you away from whatever you're using for cover, you don't be prideful and say, oh, I got to stick right here. Do what you need to do to get them on ground where you can manage their numbers and any individual threats. And again, don't forget that I was concerned that enchanted bow Skelly was maybe coming up around behind. He seemingly dropped and was was in the same position to do exactly what I saw the zombies do, which was come around this hole and then I don't mind them, but I'm so sick of that by now. Look, just we've had a single chest, and this will because I'm assuming that has to be a spider from another spawner, and that'll be seven spawners in one mine, all for caves. It's crazy. So I'm gonna leave those tops, and this throws everything out of. Can't use that. You hear the frustration bleeding through. I apologize. It's fun, and I'm not as frustrated as I may be acting to an extent, but it is cool to a point, and then ridiculously dumb when you're just doing the same thing over. Like, look, Minecraft is a grind the way I play it. I get that, but I'm cooler grinding on a project that I'm working on than I am. Man, okay, finally he got stuck. Than I am dealing with How do you like that? Coming around with your enchanted leather armor, that better be a respiration helmet, buddy. And you better drop it when I kill you. But yeah, man, like, look, I'm good to grind for days on digging, getting materials. So that's where it is. Here comes more. Hey, what's up, Mr. Cave Spider? I've never seen one of you before. But when I'm out adventuring and combat and all that, and again, this is algorithmic shit, right? Man, I'm awful today. I'm sorry. Algorithmic stuff that is just coming, and there is some seed-based stuff that will make your that will make your worlds more varied. In a larger sense, that's very welcome. If every world had the same probability of a village or a trader, oh man. Or getting wandering traders or desert temples or anything like that, that would make the game far more old than any of this stuff that I'm talking about. But when you happen to get that seed that's like, oh, apparently cave spiders are that's what this world is known for, and maybe the game just figured out we'd named this place, and I was like, well, if that's what you're gonna call it, okay, we're here you go. You asked for them. I guess I did. Okay. 7 down, and as we get chances here, I do want to say I'm sorry. Personally, and particularly in my mental dialogue, my language isn't always perfect, and games can put you in those kind of situations where things are, your plans are going awry as you watch, and that can kind of elicit a reaction. So I apologize. I will try to keep all that to a minimum, but I don't guarantee it will never happen again. I'm not as well practiced as some at constantly checking my language. Parents learn really before their kids are at an age to understand language, but everybody says, "Oh, I'm not going to be that parent that changes my language and all that just because I have kids around." Well, yeah, but as soon as kids begin the idea of rhyming and they're learning speech, and they're alphabetically progressing through words that sound like duck, and you can see where this is going, right? Every parent has had that. It's funny and mortifying at the same time, and if you react the wrong way, the kid will know that they can get a laugh or attention out of saying it. They don't know anything about what it means, but they know that that particular sound combination gets laughter and makes mom embarrassed and dad chuckle, and everybody's suddenly paying attention to him. So those things can negatively, but the worst is, that eventually a parent hears, "Hey, your kid, I don't think they meant any harm by it, but they were saying this." And so you change your own language habits, and you constantly are more aware. I certainly am a proponent of the words you use should be chosen, and they reflect respect. They reflect an awareness of the circumstances that you're in. You speak differently if you're giving a school project than you do when you're just shooting the breeze with your friends, in between classes or something. And so while, you know, at in school and you can get in trouble if you swear, I would imagine, and you can go through, well, those life circumstances change, and it's usually another, depending again on what your upbringing is and your family's values are, it can be eye-opening. First parent teacher or parent bring your kid to work day when you start hearing that hey, parents at work are a little more like kids at school than you may have ever previously thought. They they tell jokes and all that. There's kind of the class clown in an office usually, and some of that you can probably quickly tell. And if you're a younger person in the audience here, let me just tip you in on a little secret. The days that you come to your parents' workplace and do the kid at work day, everybody tries to be on their best behavior. They don't want to be the ones that, are like, "Oh, now Jerry here has got to go home and explain to his kids why people talk the way they like that at work." So it's a balance, and everybody's got a different tolerance. But yeah, twice today things have kind of slipped out that I didn't intend, and I apologize if that causes any offense. Sorry, I will try to keep it to a minimum around these broadcasts. But I will also caution that if this opens up to live streaming, a lot more of that kind of language and stuff, just be aware that can come in, and this is not pretending to be content which I'm presenting exclusively for a young audience. I would like it to be available, and not something that if you're kind of in that middle school type age and are watching this, and your parents, "Hey, what are you looking at?" I would, personally, I would want to be able to chill with your parents, and know that they know, hey, this is somebody that we could go out to dinner with, and have our kids around and not be, it's not that friend that we have to worry about. Well, same goes here, but once you get into some of the community stuff that goes on with live streaming, that becomes an element, even if your target audience is more grown up or mature about it. Not the subject matter, but just the attitude and experiences. That it's not just you don't just think you're being cool because you said a naughty word that you're not allowed to say by your teachers. Just, "Oh, hey, now I'm unsupervised. I'm in a chat room, so I can say it. I can say this word. Hee hee hee. Look at me." Nah. some of that definitely happens no matter what you're talking about, and the level of dialogue changes a little bit when you open it up and it's two-way instead of one-way. Here, I can largely shape what topics we talk about when you go into a more forum setting, like a two-way chat that that moves a little bit beyond your control, and it's good. It's good. I think it makes for more dynamic content. You guys can then directly offer feedback. Hey, we're just gonna continue to ask about this until you acknowledge it. Or beg for, those of you guys who have already experienced live stream type stuff, each one has its own kind of culture. There's recurring jokes and things. They're kind of rites of passion. It's tribal type behavior where by being in the know on inside jokes and things, you put them out, and they aren't immediately explained to newcomers when it's kind of captured in the emotes, right? That those can be created and then tweaked by the content creator to reflect some of what the chat celebrates maybe, but what they look forward to, or what as a group they feel is entertaining and fun, and they get more of a stake in it and are more likely to come back. That's why it does it when they feel that they have that and are on the inside of some of those kind of jokes or memes or any of that. You see when things are falling how much that can. Hey, we've worked hard. Oh, two of them. Okay. Ha ha ha. Who's gonna win? I go with Enchanty Bow guy. Clearly, you guys weren't still doing. Why? I wanted to show off how. Oh, look, he's stuck in the thing, so he can't. Maybe it just didn't push him back far enough. I was like, oh, well, I don't have to run as far away. Kind of just, boom, 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 get knocked out. Oh well, no harm done there. So we're now looped. Man, look at how low on torches we are. Have we got wood? Yeah, we got enough wood at least that we can make some sticks. Hey, hello? All right, so this is kind of the back straight through. Let's see. Oh, worst chest. Well, it's got a name tag. That's cool. I don't think we yet have much more nameable stuff, but we will for sure. So yeah, mine tracks and all that. It's a good source of them, but is not what I was hoping for. Honestly, standards are a little bit jacked at the moment. I'm a little greedy, but if I'm busting spider nests here, there, and everywhere, I want some diamonds. Let's get me diamonds or get out. That's what we got. I remember that was where we fought the skeleton. We came down here. We fought the skeleton. Like, that helps for you guys if you didn't know where where we are. Well, this is going pretty well. As much as I tire of repeating the exterminate the cave spiders situation. I am happy with the outcome, how it's going. So drop off some of those kind of things. Gravel too. We will to these. I can leave that and just kind of build up stacks, right? The iron, a part of why we want that is to okay, let's do that. 1, 2. If we can, man, now we don't have any coal, right? But whatever. Let's get the tools that we need. So we need another. I'm sorry, I'm rattling around stuff here in my ears. Shovel. Why did my headset get all messed up? Okay. Flint, come over. We need one more axe or pick. That's enough. You know, we can. It's here now. What we really need is a new sword to deal with cobwebs. We are just going through. Man, do we ever need diamonds? We really just need to do the deep dive crawl. Okay, so we're gonna make as many torches as we can. Let's split. I know it seems pretty backwards. It is. Let's make this into, and I'm putting them in the same spots because that's easy way to manage. So of the stuff that we are juggling around here and want to have kind of in our return trip or as tools to use, we're going to make as many torches as we can. Again, we can use up the coal and take that back. We can put in partial tools like this and use those to supplement when we next return. Just combine them up. Then we might as well carry the bread. The iron, we don't have so much yet that it matters a whole lot. These can maybe stay. Maybe it's good to have some iron down here. We got loads of it back, and then we'll put our sticks away. All the rest of this we want to come back, and I want torches, but I kind of want to get coal back up to the surface more. So yeah, there we go. Adventure awaits and beyond. That's while we're around drinking. Okay. So, up, over, down and up. Just always, kind of trying to keep in view where we've been, where we may come back to. What of all this stuff may come down on our heads and or have stuff above us. Why? Cool. Okay. Let's... Oh. Howdy. I figured you were somewhere, sir. Not a real glamorous part of this adventuring, but I think it is time to kind of clear out this gravelly trap sections that have been around. We can certainly take some of this wood now because we've used up what we have for sticks. At this point it should kind of quickly build back into into supplies that we're just stockpiling. Could have for home, could keep here. We've got so much tree wood up at base that none of that is particularly critical. But it was. I finally did it, whenever it was, as I was going through setting up videos. I saw the splash screen that I was prepare but don't hoard. Was the splash screen that I thought had been pretty apt. Sometimes Minecraft has some real gems. All right, so this was our kind of lame chest. Look, if you want to fight me, come on out and fight me. Don't just run away. But yeah, as you can see, as we go forward through these sections, yeah, you clear the wood and you get a little more mobility, but you also lose those little kind of hiding spots to deal with the skeletons behind. Until we're a little more confident we've finished the cave spiders of this cave, we let's see. Oh, here it is. I was like, somewhere there's an already placed torch. Too much light otherwise. All right, so we'll get some more coal here. You can see we're kind of quickly picking up a few more levels while we're up in this area, which is very nice. That's part of the fun of the adventure. And by not having to spend, don't want you gravel, by not having to spend as much time bouncing between the tower and here, as you can kind of set up that little base camp type deal, or advanced camp, I guess would be more accurate. It's certainly not a base camp. Relative, right? If the whole mining trip is the expedition, then yeah, it is a base camp. And any others you would set up out around the mine would be the advanced locations. Well, maybe a little too nitpicky, though. So, this little area, I think, is now pretty good. You can see it. It's such a tipping point, right? You're in constant peril, constant peril, constant peril, constant peril. Oh, it's all good now, and from a top-down perspective, that's awesome, right? Because we want these top levels to no longer spawn anything. We want to get to where if we break these and there's a gap in between, you're not having a dozen monsters drop on your head. A bad day for everybody. Okay, well, that's new area. We heard the one guy, so there's still stuff in here, and I've alluded to that before. It kind of becomes more manifest when you really make your progress and start to clean some of these things up. But I don't spend a lot of time poking around in abandoned mines to see where the monster noises are coming from. Either you will go to a different level naturally and discover them by ducking back under where you're currently standing and opening up into another system of tunnels, or even if you don't, you will sort of get a feel just based on the twists and turns if there's wide areas that you're working around that you haven't accessed yet. If there are, it might be worth, and you're hearing monster sounds, it might be worth poking your head in just to see. But once you've gone through much of what's around, it's you've got a lot of the stuff that you need too. So you're reaching, you're hoping for that one more chest, or one of the non-spider spawners, to give you something good. But you know, you're not just, hey, what else is in this mine? All right, where did we go here? New area. We've been over there, at least in part. We got lots of friends around. Yep, I think it's time for the game to throw back some adventure at us, right? So, knowing that this is gonna have a lot of stuff from a lot of different angles, and expecting, what can we do? Well, just double check our food. Maybe combine. Might as well combine. There's no. Oh man, look at how low our arrows have gotten again. Our boots are in bad shape. We are just trashed. More reason why as much as it's fun to find these, I don't spend a lot of time completely clearing them out. Your gear, your food resources, all that stuff. Oh, I haven't been. I thought maybe I'd been up in this area, but this is just. So you kind of can get the feeling, right? We've moved out of the mine area and into more of a cave area, which is good. It can be good, but let's not spill this over into a caving expedition. Let's try to focus on getting the mine cleared. It certainly sounds like we got lots of spider friends. I'm hoping that with the caves and all that, those are just normal spiders and not a whole nother spawner, but what are the odds of that? I think there's so many choices, but I think possibly the biggest annoyance of having to deal with the spider spawners is that they don't even have a chance of a chest with them. You go through all the trouble clearing them out. They're kind of like little backwards butt bite stuff, and oh boy, and they can we get them? Get them! Get them! Come on, get them! Jerk! You're worthless. Oh. Itchy nose. Itchy nose. I'm not touching it though. I'm just kind of doing the rabbit face thing. Now, what in all that running away? What direction had we been coming from, and were we trying to get back to? I was gonna say, I guess they're no. See, now I'm lost. Full on lost. That's all it takes. It's just one kind of combat. Well, here's something newish. Now, is this just the opposite side of all I'd just been on? Very likely. Hey, and if that's the case, then there was a whole lot of skellies and stuff coming out of that side. Another thing I'll show kind of over on the other side here. It doesn't take a whole lot of experience to understand what I'm doing. A lot of times I'll leave these to kind of keep them pinned and poke a hole there. You can do it, keep a lot of zombies pinned where they won't intuitively go all the way around, and then clear them out. That definitely has the familiar sweet sounds of another spawner, doesn't it? Can we get a feel for where? Just trying to increase my mobility on this level before we end up down in the mix. Now that's kind of dangerous. What I can't see is the hallway choking with cobwebs yet. That I think has to be there, right? It's how full are we? Just eat our bread. There you go. You guys fight it out. That would be a big help. And if you could kill this creeper down there, oh, look at that. Now the next thing I can maybe do is drop these down a turn there. Ow. He is. I thought that between the skellies and everybody else that those last guys had come from here, but maybe I broke that and they came out of that hallway, didn't they? What? Okay, what did that change? Clearly, it took out, a skelly, and oh man, there's just so much lag. There's got to be like a million spiders. Oh, I thought I saw one around that way. Come on, let me... Okay, we can... We're going to be ready to run. Do we see any... Why? Why are you so sticky, world? Okay, this seems to be out and below the mine. Which for the moment, yeah, this stuff can still come up, but it can't be a whole crowd of cave spiders. And sometimes, that's all I need. Okay, so they're coming from back that way. Let's do... I still haven't seen the actual nest stuff. Get a little more light. Oh, did that water stop yet? Oh, that's too bad. Sorry about that, little Spidey. Of course an Enderman. Welcome to the party, pal, in the infamous John McClane parlance. There's a creeper. Just stuff snagging us. Let's back up here. Get a little break. We're only at 123 though, so that's good. What may be going on is I was uploading the previous video. That may be switching over into cop. Sorry, that was just a arm move. I didn't even get a chance to mute there. I apologize. But I think something. Whoa! Hey guys, couple of you, huh? Ooh. Now there's a little pool of love. Maybe they can anger the Endermen and they could do my job for me. That'd be cool. More likely, if I can kite the... Yeah, there we go. Come on, Skelly. Nope, don't get stuck. Oh, I don't want to stand under that. No, you don't either. I get it. Nobody likes standing under spider webs. Okay, so that helped. Now they don't have the ranged. We got at least 2, if not 3. Welcome to level 40. Level 40 mob spawning. I just want to have a little bit of a panic room here, where if things start going horrible with the Enderman, I'm not dead. With no... Oh, there's our spawner. We're learning stuff. Learning stuff is good. Oh, got a couple traps back there. That's good. Let's take this down. Get a light there. I wish those, And now we get a thunder... That's our first thunderstorm in this world, at least. I think we had a few storms, Now that... I shouldn't do that. I think we had a few storms back in the, second world? While we were working on the, That's loud, too. Should we take out the Enderman? Try to get some pearls? Yeah, take a pearl. How about you, friend? Now that we got those, we got a straight shot, but we can't deal with creeper. Oh. Of course, that's how that goes. As much as I want the chance to trap these guys... Haha! Yeah, go over there. Get stuck in the water. Don't let me get dead. Haha. Oh. Ah! Let's move that. That's a little annoying. Oh, this poor... It must be some of these mobs stuck in... I don't know how many are over there, but that's probably part of this lag that I've been feeling ever since I came down in here. I really don't even have time to deal with... too quick for you! You guys can't go. Let's make a quick run. Come on. Okay. Run away. Who's coming? You're coming. Oh, now you're coming. Okay. Now... No. Switch. Not that the durability is going to be an issue. Let's eat. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have left my food ready for more. We're going to come in. Break. Run away. Sweep the leg and run away. Oh, boy. Oh, man. eat the apple while you're full. So that's good. All right, now in the course of all that, we broke our torch. That's okay. And, that's the kind of a little bit over the top, but, the result of your actions computer game gang up on somebody that I love, Yeah, you pushed in and you broke their nest. Of course a whole bunch of spiders are going to come after you. Have you ever seen spiders IRL? That's what they do. They're going to be upset. They don't like it when you do that. So now we got to do the same all too familiar mop up that we've done so many times before. I want to keep those guys good. Let's that's what I knew. When, even if they're stuck by the water, spiders in particular can attack through corners of wall, what would appear to be solid, and, that's fine. But it will actually pull them out of wherever they're trapped when they get an attack on you. Now this is feeling like some kind of a little spawning, and again, this is read the game time, right? The game knows that I just took down a spawner. I recently leveled up. It's gonna kind of, all right, I'm gonna get my punches in. You got yours. Let's see what you got, kind of deal. So you got to read the room and know who's coming, what they're bringing to the particular situation. Now, if I can leave... Oh, what? What was that? Wait, you guys could get out the whole time? You just decided that, oh, we won't because you're not there? All I wanted to do was put a torch up. Sometimes you guys are just too much. Like, I can see how they can climb out. Why don't you guys climb out? But maybe... Keep checking. Maybe this is the way to deal with them, is to not let them turn their focus. Okay. Do we have more spiders? I don't think so. Time to end this. Oh. Well, that's a way to preserve the water source while, look at those little lingering spiders up there. I see your eyes. Lots more to go. Okay. What do we got? Look at how trashed our gear is. We got 18 arrows left. I would like to make a little bit more of a finish effort. Back where the spawner was. It's just kind of one of those deals. In the way, as sometimes, and again, it's understanding that that's how games work, that they have to, developers have to work within the confines of, games are not human. There have to be rules and actual programming to obtain the desired effect, and to make that seem random, sometimes it has to feel a little bit cheaty, but I kind of feel it feels a little bit cheaty from the player side. If I can just walk away and come back, and all the monsters that have been there will be gone. There are times when you need to do that, and we'll certainly use those in particular for one advancement in the Nether, but yeah, I just kind of feel, unless you're completely out of gear, or, you're completely full or whatever, try to clean up the spiders that you came down to clean up. That's kind of the gameplay that you're engaged in. So play it out if you can. Um, Gets a few of them, and yeah, I mean that this has to be at least a part of why some of that lag. There were so many spiders that were stuck in that water corner. Whoa, over our head here. And you just think how many we've dealt with just since the spawner went, and then that we had a bunch before we ever got to the spawner that we had to deal with. So yeah, that'll ratchet up the game intensity a little bit. I'm not super thrilled with how much more I've had to deal with that, but it's stupid bat. I had no battle with you, bat, but you decide to kamikaze in front and waste my arrows. Um, better than while I'm shooting at trapped spiders than anything else. Look at them all. Man, oh man, I hope there's not another. I don't think there's more spawners. I think the fact that we were working above all this without really knowing it was there let it just cook up a bunch of them. And that's fair. It's fair. You guys get another lick in. I'm okay. I'm not gonna hate you. Um, we're gonna need those cows to come a long way though. So what further adventures do you have for me, game, back here? You're not even a cave spider. Oh, look at them all back here. Shh. Is that... Nope. I was going to say, is that it? Are we finally done? Nope. Still somebody, and I think you must be down here. Yeah. You're the last. It's like the last unicorn, except with poison and fangs. Now, I think let's. I'm pretty confident that we. Oh, oh, they're everywhere. We'll give the full try here to get all the spiders knocked out, get the noises done. Yeah, they wandered far and wide. No more torches though. I mean, we gotta get back, right? We've done noble work here. We've done the Terminex work. I've never really lived in a place that had big termite issues. Um, is Terminex just kind of universal with or synonymous with exterminators, or are they really just termite people? Don't know. Curious. So, all right, now how do we get back out of all this? I'm not gonna lie and pretend. Is this our turn? This is, these are the kind of times when I talked about hey, here's our deal. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's still directionally, I've kind of got it still. Nope. Now, how did we get here? This was the drop down these stairs. The further back you go, the more you got to kind of wonder, and the longer you spend without backtracking down your full route, gets tough. All of a sudden, you're like, wait, which they all look the same. What happened? But yeah, we have done ourselves proud, I think. What can we dump here? This, this, that, that. And let's take those. We'll make some wool. Yeah, almost got a full stack of wool. Another reason why I've said, I'm not in any real big hurry to gather up sheep because there's so many opportunities in the game to get their produce from other means. And I think we had gold sitting here. Yeah, we just never cooked much because, we never had much to cook. So back we go, all the way back home this time. Very good. That, I believe. Am I just double counting now? That was 8, right? That's our 8th cave spider spawner. Crazy in one mine. I mean, in worlds you can get that many, and I've seen where people find 2, 3 right on top of each other, and they'll eventually kind of clear out everything around it and make some kind of a contraption or room of spidery death. If they leave, I don't leave them. I just clear them out. If we'd found this kind of a configuration much later, where we're, I'm not worried about the fact that all my diamond gear's durability is almost shot now. Wouldn't be quite so big a deal, but that's our circumstances, and I think we've, because of that, or in light of that, done pretty well for ourselves. So we got 1 pearl. Certainly, we'll look to add a few more to those. Our name tag is a treasure. We'll put that down in the full-on treasure chest, not just the closed chest. These can all go away. As can that. The wool. So we got loads of wool. Eventually, we'll have to set up wool chest, for the dyed stuff and the white stuff and all the rest, but not really using it at this point. Let's cook this iron. This kind of answered our wood needs, so that's good. In fact, let's just make that into sticks. Boom. Because we're going to use up most of what torches we have here. And let's do that. For the time being, let's do that, which lets us do this. It's funny when you got so much coal stored up here, and I want to keep as much as I can in block form because I want to really use that to fuel my furnaces. But I also pants. Are those the 2? Yeah. So we'll just switch these back. Look at those boots, though. Man, oh man. Oh, we're getting down to the wire. We gotta get more diamonds. But I don't regret the playing down in Cave Spider Springs mine. That's pretty cool to be able to do, and
and shows that, you know, we're our stuff is just decimated, people. Wow. Um, Arrows, we're going to get back pretty quick, though. You know, again, that's why you have the stuff, right? You don't just sit on it and go, oh look, I'm never going to take out my diamond armor. It might get beat up a little bit. It's armor. It's supposed to get beat up. It's getting beat up, so your head isn't, or feet, or whatever piece of armor. So, here. That all cleaned up. Did we have a partial axe? No, I think we already did that. It's just right now. I don't even know if it's day or night, but there we go. Daytime. Need to do this regularly. I don't really have an idea. Excuse me. Time at the moment. We'll check here. We were going to feed either way, so no problem here. It's nice to see that it looks like those guys continued at least enough of us climbing the stairs and going back down that they kept growing up. That's very good. Our cows will do the same. And this is more incentive to us eventually getting moved out of this tower. With cows and chickens this close, that could get pretty toxic pretty quick. And I'm not talking in a methane scented way. I'm talking in a noise pollution kind of way. Definitely we'll want to put a little more separation between us and them. But for now, it's very good. When the herds are small, having them where, if we're sorting inventory and all that, they're getting a growth benefit. That is about perfect. So, come inside and let's just pause for a second. I'm still here with you guys. Getting close. We're not fully done, but I think we have just enough time to do this last idea on my part. I don't even know what we're longest on. Let's just use regular oak since we've now got that in the mine as well. Boom. 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 No fuss, no muss. We got us some chests. Perfect grammar there, by the way. Okay, so two to the chickens, two to the cows. Those will give us our jump in points. We can move the wheat and seeds and eventual spare overflow leather and beef and chicken meat and all the rest of that out of the way. Now here, we'd said that we wanted to come over and out of the way. For starters, we'll go here in the center so that we can catch it. Again, this is kind of because there's just so much wood involved. We've got it, and I think we'll go ahead and do it. Having checked the amount of time that we have left, I think we'll go back and just, full on 4 double chests for each crop. But let's go ahead and harvest and replant. I'm glad to see that in the course of reaching the mine and then coming back, we were able to get mostly done growing these crops, and so that I'm not gonna bat an eye. Oh. Maybe we didn't get all the way down here. These look a little more developmental. So very good. I think, not having really looked, I think we should be close to a full field, if not well beyond it here, with
potatoes and likewise with carrots. Um, so that's very good. The beets looked awesome. So we'll have a lot more expansion. They may not be ready to fill the full field. Fill the full field. That's a good tongue twister. Just yet, but will be a good start. And by the time we come back and put down those other chests, they may be close. So this is a good. We're doing it. Can't be that many undeveloped ones, right? So yeah, I think we're coming along very well on our food now, and eventually getting towards the enchanting side of things. Now we're just dangerously lacking in diamonds. Huge concern there, because not only do we need to find some to finish out our gear, we're kind of at that replace mode. I can always, if the boots get desperate and we're not close, we've got enough spare diamonds that we can use the anvil and just put a diamond on and repair the boot. Add some durability back, just one diamond at a time. And I'm guessing, with their current thing, it would be 3 or 4 diamonds would get them pretty close to back to full durability. The problem with that is, and it's not a huge problem. It's just kind of in some worlds, it's the way you gotta play it, especially when you're doing more building like we are, and you're using durability in projects that aren't directly helping you get set up. So when that's kind of the circumstance, you want to you may need to come to terms with, hey, I've got to use some of this for the durability on the stuff I already have while I'm looking for more. It's okay, it's just we're playing this one just slightly different in that we've done more exploring. We've built a little bit more. We're kind of taking a little bit more time instead of just I think one thing that I'm subject to when I'm playing is, if I lose a hardcore world or a couple, and this would certainly constitute a significant string of losses. Let's actually pull 2 of those. Put that. Can I make it back home, or let's just sleep? I get prone to, oh man, I'm losing. And you start rushing, and you kind of compound all of the mistakes that you make by just trying to rush, and what you end up doing is really getting sucked into the death loop, because you start pushing, thinking, oh, I've got to get beyond these places where I've been dying. And as we all know, whatever you're doing, this isn't Minecraft or anything else, when you start getting into that mentality of, oh, desperate, you're playing tighter in terms of athletics, and that really may not be what you need to do. Even you're trying harder mentally. You're like, oh, I gotta make this work, and kind of it can be prone to backfiring. So I felt that, or was feeling that, and circumstances come into play too. Finding this area on this island made me think of the kind of waterside fortresses. We talked all about the some of the age of imperialism type stuff that contributed, making trade networks and having remote outposts of your particular civilization that may have, been on what was then remote and isolated places that, were not much removed from, the moon in terms of accessibility. You were way out there. Um, so yeah, they all those things kind of fed into my, hey, let's kind of back off and play this one the way that I talked about initially, which is much more an enjoy the ride kind of mentality and feel and pace, instead of rush, 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 get to the nether, get to the end, fight the dragon. Most often people then go, I'm bored. I got to the end of Minecraft. What do I do now? How do you find motivation? Those are frequent questions for people that play in hardcore. And to some extent, I'm subject to that too. At least you don't have as many things that are needs anymore. You really are left to your imagination and, what's my next thing to push myself to do? And that's where some of the more popular streamers and things that play within hardcore start adopting more of that building, and we'll only be so lucky. I'll consider myself very fortunate if we've got a world out to that point where that becomes a thing. Just having a full list of advancements achieved would be a huge step, and that could keep us fueled for a long, long time. But as I said, my personal playstyle is not to rush through, because even before I started recording, I knew that a lot of the gameplay flows much more naturally when you're getting started. And I think this goes with so many games. You get that feedback of early leveling. Early XP moves you through levels more quickly because it's you don't have as much. You don't need as much to pass from one level to the next. Gear, you're constantly finding new replacement gear because your gear is garbage. And so it doesn't take killing many mobs to find something that's an improvement. I'm thinking more, like RPG or dungeon crawler type stuff, all that. Where, yeah, once you eventually get settled into your god armor, and here Minecraft is a perfect example. Once you even before netherite, once you got your mending diamond enchanted armor all set up and kitted out, that's it. You don't really need diamonds anymore, especially once you have tools and everything, because you've got everything you need to keep playing at a very high level, and you don't need to continue to build gear. You're not gonna suddenly make better gear. Well, they added a little bit to that by, now you can unnecessarily coat it in netherite. Maybe there will be a lot more necessity. Maybe your gear will simply start falling apart with the new content that's been previewed at some of the conventions and things. Oh, is that all my beats? Okay. Well, it's still here. We're over halfway with our beats. So yeah, maybe that's it. Now our melons are set to stay. We don't need to harvest them at all until we have Silk Touch, because otherwise we'll just be drowning in slices of melon, right? And everybody loves watermelon, but you can only use so much, and it goes bad really fast when once you cut it open. Although that's a IRL kind of joke, right? You don't have to worry. If you're using melon slices as food, which certainly works, they won't go bad. You can have stacks and stacks and stacks and keep them indefinitely, no problem. So if we wanted to use that as a food source, we could. We just got better options already, so no need. We'll leave them fully mature as we go back through here. We'll just make sure that there's no obstacles to that little vine finally being the last melon to pop. hopefully he'll get his act together before we've got Silk Touch Axe ready to go. But in the meantime, as you guys have now seen and know as well as I do, villager traders, the farmers, you're going to see pumpkin trades offered before you get to melon trades, and so we can stockpile those up quite a bit. And I guess, did I ever finish my thought on RNG? We can rely on RNG to hopefully get multiple farmers that want both pumpkins and melons. Anyway, I don't know. I know we talked a little bit about the D&D origins and stuff, but RNG, random number generation. When you say "come on RNG," or when you thank RNG, that kind of stuff, various players allude to it or handle it a little bit differently between their play style and whatever content they're creating, how they allude to it. But RNG is certainly that factor behind the luck that you experience in game. So when you hear people saying "come on RNG" or "bless RNG," that kind of stuff, that's what they're alluding to, is give me a little bit of luck. Whatever is brought into the game by random chance, you can thank or curse random number generation for that. So we can keep a few little odds and ends in here. I think now that we've got beets, we can make our obligatory soup. I don't know if I tossed that first bowl that we'd used for the mushroom stew, or mushroom stew, I guess it's not. It comes from mushrooms, but is mushroom stew. I think we can make a new one if we have to. We've got lots of wood. That wasn't what I wanted. This is Nope. No luck there. No RNG. That's definitely one of them. What you get out of broken eggs would be a perfect example of number generation. Also, the worlds that spawn. The fact that for whatever reason the spawn that we have here, maybe it's the SC in Slow Cooker. Maybe that's the trick in the world name. You guys go out quick, make a bunch of different worlds with SC initials, and see if that stands for Spiders of the Cave, and gives you the same frequency. I know it'll take a while to get back to me. Don't worry about that. Just sit on it. But I know you often why has this world got that unique characteristic? All right, we wanted to put these things away. Wheat by the cows. Seeds by the chicks. Sun's going down. I gotta pee. Shh, don't tell anybody. But yeah, we should be real close. Let's go ahead and save and quit this time. We'll get another splash screen where it can lead to "don't feed avocados to parrots." Is that a deal? I love avocados. I like parrots. I don't have a whole lot of interaction with them. I've never kept birds, so I'm not an expert. I know that there are very, very specifically foods that you should not eat, but it seems to me that parrots and avocados would naturally occur in the same habitat. So do they just avoid those? And if so, why would they try to eat something? What are you, force feeding your parrot? That seems like they would peck you if they didn't want to eat something. So I don't know. Weird. Anyway, thank you guys so much. This has been another blast. We actually got up over 2 hours this time, and I thought we were kind of winding down, but all that crop harvesting, tending stuff gets to you a little bit. So I don't think for the play session, IRL my side, that I'm done yet. I think I got one more in me at least, and I think necessity says we
we got to try to go get some diamonds. So that'll be our next goal until we do. We'll just push straight on past the abandoned mine shaft, keep our kind of twin paths going, and just keep blasting until we get enough. We need probably 25 or so at this point. We either got to rebuild everything, and that's what 24, 15, and 9, I think, are the total pieces for the armor. So that's already 24. Our sword is beat up. The only thing of diamonds that isn't is our axe. We haven't used that a whole lot. So, yeah, we need a bunch. That's plan next, but going to take a break. Step away for a while. Kind of did a couple back to back here, so it's been a while since I've significantly gotten away from the screen, and you guys all should do that. So, as always, stick your head outside. Night, day, doesn't matter. Nature's got something going on out there for you to see or appreciate for the first time, maybe, or just be reminded of old stuff. So, take this chance. Get out there, or just try to give yourself chances throughout your own days. Otherwise, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time. I appreciate you being here. Bye now.